What up, beautiful people? We are back with a new episode of the PL podcast. And the occasion calls for it because, as you guys know, we have had this pink party season, and this Saturday is going to be the last one in Stavanger. So today we're going to talk about our experiences, how it's been for us, and also, we're going to talk a little bit about what's coming after the pink party season because the year has basically just started, even though we're in April.
Definitely.
Has it gone fast?
Has been very fast from January to now April. I mean, obviously, you guys know we've mentioned before about the pink party in the last episode, and we've also mentioned the Nordic tour. But we want to take you a little bit like behind the process and our thoughts, how we experience it as organizers, and how everything has evolved and how everything is upgrading. Things are changing. We're changing some venues, some cities, but it's a cool process that we have never done before.
Yeah.
So we're experiencing it now with you. This is now April. The Nordic tour starts in August, and the last pink party of the season is now Saturday, April 26th in Stavanger Fiskepinen. I want to ask you. Let me start with this instead. Like, give me one to three cool insights about what the pink party meant to you, or what you got surprised about the pink party. Any pink party, but like in the whole season of the pink party season.
So, one of the things that I was a little bit worried about is when we do like theme parties, uh, we kind of ask a little bit extra from the audience. It's like we're telling you like white or pink. We're not enforcing it, but it would be very nice. We tell you that if you could wear something pink or white. And what surprised me is the amount of people that are like they go out of their way to be part of the movement. That's something that I take with me from the pink party seasons. Another thing that I will also point out is your set has become more personally a lot more of the essence of what Paris Latino is, especially throughout the pink parties.
You need to
Yeah, because
explain that to the audience.
from my POV, of course, uh, when you bring DJs, when you bring different inputs into a party, and we're having a 6-hour party, what I feel you have managed to do is to put the stamp on the sound of the music with the reggaetons, the good ones from the old school, but also incorporating the new bangers, because right now you have a saturated influx of music. So it's very I like what you have picked out and said like, okay, this is gonna be
Yeah.
the sound. That would be my second take from the pink parties. It was nice to be back on USF's birthday.
Really? You're not even gonna mention like one of the crazy things about the pink party?
The crazy, there's been so many things,
Then
bro.
I'll take this one then. Some of the craziest things about the pink party is that you sung on stage with your father.
See,
That was
there's so many.
That was one crazy thing. I mean, why
Whoa.
can you maybe? I was like waiting for you to come up with like, yeah, I sang with my father. We shared the same stage. We did some salsa. I like, where's all the insights, bro?
But I'm thinking so many. I'm thinking of the gas. I'm thinking of the music. I'm thinking of the people coming in pink. But of course, yes, I was blessed enough to be able to sing and perform. Actually, not just sing, but perform with my dad.
But let's take it a little step back.
Okay, let's
What
go.
happened? What happened? What was special about the first pink party of this year, Christian San?
That would
What
be
do
the
you
second,
think
the second pink party
of this year?
of this year. One of the nice things I would say, and please give your input, but is that we managed to bring the word Latin to its totality in my POV. Because we have done reggaeton parties, we have done exclusive reggaeton parties, but now we also open the door for the salsa part. More, in my brain, elegantly. Oh, yeah, you get the word. So that was a beautiful thing that I when we made the party in Christians, and you had the first 2 hours with the live music and people dancing salsa, bachata, and of course bringing Chihuahua, our father, that he had his own salsa band way back here in Norway. and seeing him, if I'm allowed to say this, on our stage, on a stage we have built, that was beautifully. And on top of that, the song of Bad Bunny, Un Baile Inolvidable, he was gonna do the cover for that song. And he was pushing us for like 2 weeks. I want you guys to be on the stage with me and sing with me. And doing that, I mean, there's not a lot of people that can say that I've sing with their father. So I'm very, very grateful for that
It was a
part.
special moment. I wish we had more clips from that particular part of the night so we can post it. But I don't think we have any since nothing has been posted. But yeah, it was truly special because we actually, for the people that don't know, we did a salsa party in the beginnings, in the early stages of Paris Latino. Okay, guys,
2017.
listen this out. So, quick backstory. The first name of Paris Latino was New York to LA. NW to LA because we thought it was cool to like bring the LA New York vibes because they somehow are tied to Latin roots. But the name was a mess. So after 2 parties, we decided to call it Paris Latino. Thank God.
Thank God.
But the third party in May or June, we decided to do a Latin salsa party called Miami Nights.
Yeah.
That was back in 2017. So we actually tried to do a Latin salsa party already back then when we were starting with the reggaeton thing.
Mm-hmm.
And it was one-time event. We thought after that it's better to like push down on the reggaeton. So rewind, I mean forward 8 years, and we actually now have found a way to incorporate a space for the people that love to dance salsa and bachata. I met this woman at the gym, and some of the people they feel a little bit too old for coming to Paris Latino, and I'm always tell them our grandfather like even came and danced in Paris Latino. He's 75. In Paris Latino, there's no ages. But anyway, at the gym, these 2 women were saying like, yeah, why can't you make something for us old people? I think they were in the 40s or 50s, like 40 to 50s, not old.
Nah.
And yeah, because we want like a party, and I said to them, yeah, but we did have like salsa from 8 to 10, and a lot of people came from all ages. Like we got a huge crowd from Christiansand for people that just came for that part. Yeah. So we managed to give the Latin salsa community a good space with a live band, a good experience. And a lot of people stayed after the salsa. So a lot of people got an excuse to be in Paris Latino so they don't feel old. And I think when they actually stayed there, it was like, oh, that's no danger. Like everybody is welcome here. And I think a lot of people, maybe they feel too old or too young, but what is the age range in Paris Latino?
So we have people all from 20 years old up to 55.
I've seen 60, 70.
Yeah, but
no
like
joke.
in average, like you have plenty of people that are in the late 40s, early 50s, and then of course you have the people that are, I'm gonna party into my 70s, and we receive those people, and for many of them, like the music, not only you but also a lot of DJs play. You have some classical, like now we can say classical music, but music from the 90s, early 2000s, which brings them also back to how they used to party. Put it 20 years ago.
Yeah.
So they have a good time, and I've seen in the videos they are dancing and having a blast. So in that sense, I think there's just that little.
It was the first time we tried it though.
With
the salsa first in Christiansand.
Maybe it was, yeah, truly, yeah.
It's the only party we had salsa first and then reggaeton in Paris Latino.
Yeah, of course. But tell me a little bit more about your experience behind the booth
in Christiansand
throughout the pink parties. What can you bring forth?
What I like about first and foremost Christiansand, that it felt a little bit more like, I want to say home. I felt like there was a known crowd, a lot of people that we know from Christiansand, and then there's a lot of people, new people of course, but I saw a lot of known faces. It felt very familiar. It felt like it was good to be back. It was kind of good to be back. Like it was the second party and kick.
Yeah,
we got a lot of memories from there, and it was dope. Like it was definitely like, how do you say? It was like just is when when you travel on vacation and you've been like away for 2 or 3 months, and then you came back to your small village or your home, and you come back, it's like, I miss drinking my cup of coffee here with my view. Like, you appreciate something about the simplicity of home.
Yeah.
And Kick to us is home, or Christiansand is home, and the people nonetheless are like what we find maybe more familiar faces here than in other cities. So
I would
I
agree.
like that part, that you can like you know a lot of people. That's very nice, and I also enjoy the timing of the thing, because Bad Bunny launched the album with Un Baile Inolvidable, so we actually timed that right as well, so we can incorporate that song into the party. So it was kind of a Bad Bunny theme, because we also started with Nueva York, the song Nueva York.
And Bad Bunny timed it right
Yeah.
in the beginning of this year with a beautiful album.
Right. And I thought you were like on stage, but you were also with the people. I thought you were also very like energetic that night. How do you feel that night?
As you say, it was being home.
We didn't have CO2s. Just so you
Yeah,
guys knows that was a first.
that part made the whole party for me. It kind of made the party feel a little bit naked from how I saw it. But I went and asked people like, "Hey, how about did you like the party? Was there something missing?" I swear to God, not even one person
Yeah.
said something about the CO2s. I was like, yeah, but from how I seen, like when I'm hearing this buildup of a drop you're making, I want that effect, because for me now maybe that's part of the show.
Right. To give you guys a little bit of context, we always have like CO2 tanks, and they shoot out whenever there's a drop or something. Obviously, to us as organizers, that's very important for the production. And why couldn't we have it?
Because the building got bought by a new company, and this company involved the fire department in Christiansand, and the fire department in Christiansand had received a new um, boss, put it this way, and he went to every single club and said like, "Let me see at your fire system." And apparently, the fire system in the club was not updated since the early 2000s, if I'm not mistaken. So they said like, you cannot use fire, smoke, or CO2s. So for us, it was like, there's nothing we can do about it.
Yeah. So that's the thing, because I always argue with him, like, the effects are not that important. And you say, also, yo, the effects are very important. So, people, if you're watching this right now on Instagram, YouTube, or TikTok, please let us know, how important is the CO2 or spark effects when you're in Paris Latino? Let us know in the comments. And if you think it's very important, I mean, we're still gonna have it because it's part of the production, but we just want your opinion on that.
Do you care that much for those like scene effects?
Yeah, exactly. No, man. So it was beautiful. Moving on from Christian Santa, it was like 1 month, February 15th. There was the whole like, okay, salsa band structure, and then in bed again, you and our father were gonna do like a set, and we did Ella me levantó, No es culpa mía, Dile from
Dile.
Don Omar.
Yeah.
Both the first two were from Daddy Yankee. So basically, we had the event in Bergen, USF. It was beautiful. Shout out to DJ Fatseb.
Oh,
Shout out to DJ Sukla and her manager. We totally
beautiful.
appreciate you guys. It was a wonderful night. But we decided to try something new, and since you guys know, like, our father and our mother, like, they're musicians, especially our father. Me and him, we're basically football players. Like, we didn't like we're like these type of musicians when we grew up.
They try to teach us music.
Yeah, they did, but we had a lot of influence though.
Of course.
Yeah.
Our upbringing was like seeing our father play in church.
Yeah.
And that's like what I remember of my dad. He's leading the whole band in church, like the 4 hours there, playing the piano. He could play basically anything. I saw him play the drums, guitar, piano, sing.
It's multifaceted. But you play the drums too.
I kind of.
What kind of instruments do you play?
What do I play? I don't think I play that many instruments. What instruments I have played? Drums, and I can maintain a simple rhythm, and the bass.
Right.
But it's been over 10 years since the last time I played bass.
Yeah.
You have the
I have guitar.
You play a little piano too, though.
Guitar and a little bit of piano. So we do have some musician.
But this is like
Musical.
basic,
Yeah.
basic levels in the piano. He was very good with the guitar.
Oh, thank you. Appreciate it. Appreciate it.
We will not go into that right
No.
there, but he was very good.
But you guys know, like, you used to rap.
Yeah.
Daniel used actually to rap when he was 13 to 15.
No, it was from I was
14 to
15,
16.
15 to 17.
15 to 17.
Yeah.
He had a couple of rap songs here in Kristiansand, in Norwegian actually. So you have like this.
There's one song and it's still on YouTube.
I
That
think
one
there's
is
a
in
song.
English.
Shout out to that song. What's the name of the song that's on YouTube? Let You Go?
Let Her Go.
Let Her Go.
It's a very emotional, dark song.
Daniel Flores, Let Her Go in English, pouring out his heart as a 17.
I was 17. I was 17.
But what I'm referring to is I'm a little bit shy. Like, I'm a DJ and everything, but it was a little bit of a process for me to get used to the stage. What I love about you is you fit in the stage. Like, you are good at what you do, being the host. That's
maybe.
something we're very... Yeah, but you always had the charisma, you just didn't know how to do with it. Like me, in the beginning, I knew the music, but I just didn't know how to move with it, how to feel comfortable.
Okay.
That's how I feel about you. And what was so special about this time is you basically did the set with our father. And it was the first time maybe you think he felt a little bit like out of place, and you kind of like were very comfortable. Can you tell us a little bit about that experience, that set? Because you also did, you had a birthday and we sang your favorite song and you rapped that whole song. So tell us about that involvement of you in the stage and singing, rapping, or whatever you want to call it.
So taking you back a little bit, just to give you some context. So there was a time in Paris Latino in the early stages here in Kristiansand 2019 where I had this type of job where I was supposed to film a little bit of the party and then go to Marcos because he was playing, grab the mic, stand by him, and like try to shout out something, like try to follow the lyrics. And I failed hard with the lyrics. He has like both him and my father was like, you said it wrong, and I was like, shit. So it came to the point, and I think this is after Oslo. After Oslo, when we were in Amsterdam, and it's like you don't have anything to do with the DJ no more, so you have to grab the mic and go and be a host. So that's my first experience to being a host.
I think we talked about that in the second, third episode.
So from that part, for me, it has been like, okay, now I don't control the effects. I leave that to you, and all I have to do is bring. And I've reframed how I see my role. Right now, it's like I need to give me to the whole audience and try to have this like energy of I'm giving everything. Like, this show is for you guys. So I'm singing with you, I'm jumping with you, I'm dancing, taking pictures, like smiling. If you have questions, ask me. And in return, I get this energy from them because I see them like jumping. So it becomes like a positive loop of emotions and energy. So it was very funny because you said it earlier. Right now, I'm learning to dance. I'm learning to move. But there are videos of me like not following necessarily the beat or just standing a little bit still. So my dad was he was the first one to tell me, like, you need to move better. You need to move better. You need to dance. And this time, I'm sorry, puppy. Because, of course, for my father playing with a band, that's like in his essence. But when he got the mic and maybe he was gonna do some reggaeton for the first time, what he tells me is that was, okay, Daniel, now I know how you feel doing what you do. Because for me, then it became naturally, like grabbing the mic and when I was gonna do the Yankee part, I felt like I was a Puerto Rican, hermano, doing some reggaeton rapping stuff.
You had the style. You had the style.
So in that sense, it was beautiful. And the song you gave me the birthday present playing that song, it's been a song that I truly love that song. So
what's it called?
Una Vez of Bad Bunny and Mora.
Yeah. So he actually Daniel turned 31 exactly on March 16, and we had the party in USF on March 15. So at 12 o'clock, we stopped the lights and it was like, give me the mic. And I was gonna say a couple of words. The thing about me is that I'm not so good talking with my diaphragm, if that's what you call it. So I, even now, in the parties, whenever I go around the parties and I talk to people, I talk to bartenders, I talk to the staff, I use a lot of my throat. So when I'm gonna like talk to people, I lose my voice, and it was very hard for me to like say, okay, everybody, a special person has birthday tonight, and I was like, okay, shit, talk with your stomach, bro, because it's hurting. And it's difficult, man. That's why I admire, like, you obviously do talk with your stomach. Either way, because I can breathe if I'm talking like that all the time.
I'm learning.
Yes.
Are you ready for I gotta learn.
It's a quite difficult task. No, but I was like standing there like, okay, everybody say happy birthday in 1, 2, 3, happy birthday. And I remember struggling, but then I remember that your favorite song was Una Vez. I had it like ready, and I played it, and I was gonna like play the song just in honor to because you like it. And then you started like rapping on top of it. Ya quiero chingarte, te lo confieso. And it was like, dang, we got a lot of cool clips about that. And
Yeah.
you had this artistic type of vibe. So I think people, maybe we can expect some more live music from the host, Daniel Flores, and the role he's embracing right now as a host slash artist.
That's interesting because, yeah, like as we said in the beginning, something that we have always done is innovate. Somewhere,
Yeah.
somehow, we have always innovated.
Yeah, that is crazy. Okay, so that was basically Pink Party, Christensen, and Bergen. You know, as you guys know, to wrap it up, we have introduced
How long has it been?
20 minutes, 21.
How nice.
21. Are we good?
Maybe I'm just gonna so we can go to the next part.
We're back, and yeah, to wrap up, Stavanger, Bergen, and Christensen are the three cities of 2025 where we held the pink parties. We introduced salsa and bachata the first 2 hours. We're gonna do the same in now this Saturday in Stavanger.
Yeah.
That's gonna be very, very interesting to see how many people show up, because I know a lot of people from the dance communities come to Fiskebiten.
Of course.
And again, Fiskebiten is a wonderful audience because it's so international, they're so welcoming. I experienced very good vibes from them.
I think the people that come are gonna have fun because you have curated now. We were talking about this, like, okay, as the, I would call you the director of the musical part of the whole brand. You're like, okay, we need to have those salsa songs, those bachata songs, because we want to showcase this type of event.
Oh yeah, definitely.
So in that sense, I think people are gonna have a lot of fun. It's gonna be something unique.
Yeah, guys, like we're always, as Daniel said, we try always to innovate the product. We try to innovate what we're gonna do. We don't want to like do the same thing all years. So it's been an interesting thing to get salsa, reggaeton under the umbrella of Paris Latino. You guys know we all do play Afrobeat, we do play Brazilian funk, dembow. Urban is what we do, but we also have appreciated now what the Latin artists are doing for salsa. Raul Alejandro, Bad Bunny, Lenny Tavares. There's a lot of salsa going on right now, and I think they're doing it because they don't want. Because let's say back in the 70s, 80s, when Hector Lavoe was a big thing in New York, like Latin people were very famous, but back in those days, it was because of the salsa.
Yeah.
And you had all the Puerto Rican mafia, Italian thing going on there. But so it was like a little bit of a gangster vibe to the whole salsa, Hector Lavoe, you know, up
a lot
in
of
drugs
drugs.
and women and everything. It was kind of reggaeton just with salsa 30 years earlier. And I think a lot of those guys want to pay homage to like the people that made Latin music and the community stand out in the States in the 60s, 70s, and 80s with the salsa from Hector Lavoe and everything, Joe Arroyo from Colombia. So you always, even though they are reggaeton artists, they're experimenting now with salsa, and they're introducing it to their younger audience. Because I think that's one of the things that maybe the older generation failed to do, because they were like too far away. They heard like too old salsa, but if you hear like new salsa from new urban artists that you know, such as Raul Alejandro or Ryan Castro, you're gonna like, okay, this is a reggaeton artist, but he's doing a salsa. So now it's a good introduction for people to start learning, connecting with their roots, dancing salsa and bachata, you know.
Yeah, of course, and also because reggaeton has become so global now, and when I say global, I mean like so global in the Spanish-speaking countries, that it's also now nice when an artist says like, I'm gonna show you my culture. And they bring like the part of their culture, and salsa's been like for Puerto Rico, it is their culture.
Yeah.
And now, but you also have like, I want to see what Argentina is gonna do, like, because I believe this is gonna be a trend, that you have
Right.
reggaeton as this big umbrella where things is mainstream. It's not. It's basically sometimes pop,
Yeah.
and then you bring from that, you introduce to the
Yeah.
whole world. So in that part, I love what the artists are doing right now. It's
Yeah.
you
And
see,
for us, the whole concept is for like people come and dance salsa, come and dance bachata. We know there's a lot of schools and people that want to rehearse. But what I think make us unique is that you can come and dance for 2 hours and get social and do your steps. But after that, it's a party.
oh
Like after
yeah,
that, it's not like we're drinking water and we're just like, then
no,
you gotta sacar los pasos prohibidos, take out the dirty steps, take out the hidden steps. So I want people from the salsa community in Stavanger this weekend, to you guys that are coming, come dance. We're gonna tailor this very nice for you, but let loose after 10 o'clock, man. That's what Persian is about, actually.
do you remember the movie Dirty Dancing 2? When
Yeah.
they're in Cuba, right? You know, when
Yeah.
they're dancing in this club, like you're gonna have your time to dance as he's playing. Like what you have learned on schools and different stuff, it's gonna
Yeah.
be beautiful. But after, when the Paris Latino, like when we start with the urban and we have this fusion of what you have been doing, warming up, and then going to
Yeah.
the Rico, it's gonna be amazing.
Yeah, that is gonna be a party. We're gonna well, let's talk about the lineup right away.
Ole.
So, guys, we have two local DJs from Stavanger. Actually, they're gonna be opening the Paris Latino. So we have DJ Aramis, who's gonna be playing salsa and bachata for you guys. We also have a little bit of live performance between 9 and 10 p.m. From 10 p.m. we have the local DJ Chris, who specializes in reggaeton, global hits, and Afrobeat. Amapiano, very cool guy. I'm excited to check out his set. And he's gonna be playing from 10 to 11. 11 o'clock we go on stage. We're gonna do our thing.
Oof.
We're gonna have the cameras on. We're gonna film the set. We're gonna put it on YouTube. It's gonna be awesome experience for the stage guests. It's gonna be an awesome experience for like the whole event. We have now more. I think like last year, we had so many things going on with the festival, with all the parties, that the Nordic tour was like a new thing. So we kind of forgot a little bit about how to deliver the product. But right now, I think we have more control. So expect a very good time with Paris Latino with the brothers from 11 to 12:30. We're gonna take you through the journey, because basically we're playing the music that we like. That's the thing. We're not like, okay, what's number one right now? What is every other club playing? What, like, how do they do this? We play the songs that we like, so you get like to join what's in our brains and our hearts. And if me and him were supposed to party one day, that is the music that we will be playing.
No
I think
joke.
that's also the secret.
It is.
The secret, or kind of like what I think everybody should be doing, is just like show
It
your
is the
music.
expression. The party becomes expression of us
Yeah.
too.
Yeah,
Like no
basically.
joke. When you said like, when I'm thinking I wanna go out and party tonight hard,
Yeah.
the music he's playing, like sometimes I'm telling you, I want you to play this song because I would love to dance to this song.
Right. And I sometimes, like, when I like reggaeton, I love reggaeton, but sometimes I want to throw a hip hop banger. I want to like listen to an Afrobeat. I like Brazilian funk, so it's important to, like, you're gonna get a lot of things, but mostly reggaeton, of course. And 12:30 after our show, after our set, we have a special guest from Barcelona, from Spain, Tai de Leon. We're very excited to have her on our stage.
It's gonna be fun.
It's always a pleasure to get to know new people, new faces. So we're gonna get to know her. Check out Tai de Leon on Instagram. She has a lot of cool stuff. And then we're just gonna vibe the rest of the night. As you guys know, the night goes like this. So yeah, that was the lineup. Come early, wear pink or white or don't. It's not obligated. It's not mandatory, but you know,
It will be fun.
it will be fun. And that's the lineup. Other than the lineup, is there anything else that you wanna dive into before we wrap this up?
Let's talk a little bit, some couple of minutes about the Scandinavian tour. Are you nervous?
A little bit.
A little bit.
A little bit nervous, but at the same time,
Why would you be nervous? Well, try to like tell me like what would make you nervous?
like, I'm not nervous in the sense I know our product is good. I know we have a good show. I know people are gonna love it. I think it's just maybe like it's a new country. You know, I was personally very nervous about expanding to Iceland because I was like, what if? Because guys, Harpa Silfilberg is not a cheap venue. It's a very expensive venue, and it's the most luxurious venue you can find in Reykjavik. It's like a tourism spot right in the middle. Like it's like the Opera House in Oslo. So
Yeah.
you have to have balls to like rent that venue and like be confident that you're gonna fill it up. You know. And I think you and I are the ones that we do have like that boldness that we take risks.
No, but you have to take
For
a risk.
all we know, we just sell 200 tickets. There's room for 1,000, and we like, what do we do? But like that was one of the things. Then we launched the ads, and the response in Iceland was crazy.
Iceland. Thank you.
Thank you, Iceland.
Like because no joke, he was stressed. It's
Yeah.
no joke, he was stressed.
I was like, Sweden, Finland, Denmark. Like Sweden and Denmark is okay. Finland is a little bit interesting, but Iceland is like you don't know what to expect, bro.
Nah, man, it's a little island there.
It's a little island, but hey, a lot of people from Iceland has reached out to us.
I've never been there before, right? So
Yeah.
and receiving this feedback from you so early, thank you so much. This is what I'm saying. I'm very thankful.
Yeah, so that's the thing with Iceland. Like tickets are selling very fast right now. It's a blessing. It's amazing how almost 200 tickets sold already.
But also Sweden is going really nice.
Moving on to Sweden,
Yeah.
I want to address one issue because JC's big stage. I mean, I've heard it's one of the most popular venues, one of the most exclusive venues. Really, really top-notch venue. Like the whole place is just
The
elegant.
story you showed me the other day from there, they had a live show.
It is. But Daniel, can you explain? We have a lot of followers from Sweden now on Instagram. Welcome, guys, to Paris Latino, a
Welcome.
Norwegian brand, but now we are Scandinavian.
Yeah.
So, can you explain to for them and also Finland, of course, but first and foremost to Sweden? Explain them why the prices are in the region when they go to the ticket page.
So here in Norway, as Paris Latino is also a company, when we made a contract with a supplier of the tickets. So in that sense, when we when we launch the party in Sweden, because we have a contract here, we must use this platform, just as like Ticketmaster or other ticket systems that you may have in Sweden. The only difference is that this company is from Norway, but everything operates as digital with banks and everything. So the difference is only that, unfortunately, there is something in the coding that they cannot just switch from, like, if we say that a ticket's gonna cost 200, 250 Norwegian kroners, they don't manage to make it so that it goes automatically and just switches to, say, 200, 250.
They don't have a currency converter.
Yeah, to Swedish kroners. So basically that's what it said. So that is the reason for why you may see there in Norwegian, but I think you made in the description.
Yes, we made it in the description. And guys, just so you know, the Norwegian krona is lower than the Swedish krona. So for example, 450 kronas Norwegian is like maybe 399, 390 Swedish, because the Swedish krona is more valuable than the Norwegian right now. It's very weird. So yeah, we have also put it like in the section a little bit of what it can cost approximately in Swedish krona. Obviously, the currency changes always fluctuate a little bit. But yeah, so be aware of that. I mean, we've sold over 300 tickets either way, but it's important for you guys to know that the company is based in the region. But when you pay, you will get the transaction in your bank account in Swedish kronas, of course. Any other thoughts about JC's big stage and Gothenburg in particular?
I mean, as you said, it's a very exclusive club. Sometimes I get it why, because we deliver a good product. We have built something over the 7 years. I understand that we now are in a place where we can do parties in places that great.
What connection do we have with Gothenburg?
with Gothenburg.
Yeah, what kind of connections do we have to Gothenburg? Tell us
That's
a little bit of.
Gothenburg, bro. We have family in Gothenburg. We have our light technician is from Gothenburg. We spent so many times, so many like one of the first times me and him sang, like for real, on stage. It was in a church in Gothenburg. We rapped a Christian song in Gothenburg.
Yeah.
I was maybe how old now?
How do, can you
Six.
still rap the song?
Oh no, I don't think so. No, en cada momento.
Dios me ayuda en cada momento, me da vida, y me da alimento, me da fuerza y calor, porque me ama, me da lo mejor.
Oh shit, you remember,
Yeah,
bro.
Our dad got us to rehearse that part, and we were sunglasses in the a church in Gothenburg. It was crazy.
So we have a lot of family there.
Yeah, a lot of family.
Been there plenty of times. So in that sense, being able to make it in JC is beautiful. And I think that this particular event is gonna be a turning point for Paris Latino. Is when like the whole Nordic tour is we're gonna establish this brand now in the whole Scandinavia. So
Yeah.
you will be seeing more of Paris Latino
In
your,
English.
yeah, and in your countries, like
Yeah, in your countries as well. I just want to say that one fun fact story about Gothenburg is that the first summer we moved to Norway, 2000, or we visited Norway in 2002.
yeah,
You was 8, I was 6. We got lost with our father driving around Gothenburg because Google Maps didn't exist back then, and our father was like, "Okay, guys, you have to read Centrum in one of the signs," and this was in Gothenburg, and I think we ended up stopping in a McDonald's in some place, and it became night, and then we find the uncle's house. So many of you maybe do not know, but me and my brother has traveled often to Sweden since we were like 10, 11, because our mother used to live in Sweden in Karlstad. We have a lot of family in Stockholm, Jönköping, and Gothenburg. So every summer, every winter, like we went to Sweden, we took vacations there. Like the summer of 2005, we did a whole summer in Forshaga in Karlstad.
2 months.
And we came back speaking Swedish,
That
man.
was the craziest part. I got bullied at my school in Norway because I came back and I had almost forgotten Norwegian. Like,
Mind, this is 2 years right after we moved to Norway, so any language could influence you.
but it was fun.
Yeah.
But that, the thing is, I think Swedish is a beautiful language. Swedish people, I'm gonna give you that. You have from all the Scandinavian languages. I'm sorry to be this. This is my personal opinion. Swedish is the most beautiful language.
Nice.
I like it. There's something about it. But yeah, how about Finland? What do you think about Finland?
Finland, man, that's an unknown territory for me. That is one of the... First of all, the language in Finland is very different from Swedish, Danish, and Norwegian.
Yeah.
So I have yet to do like what is the culture in Finland. From my thoughts, if you're from Finland, please correct me. I think you guys are like a perfect mix of Europe and Scandinavia, since you guys have the euro in your currency. You are very tied to the north. You have this Scandinavian culture, but maybe you're more open. Like, I don't know what to expect of Finland. Maybe, I don't know if I'm gonna expect like a European type of vibe, or if it's gonna be like a very Scandinavian type of country where people are like a little bit introverted, because you know Scandinavians are a bit introverted. I'm excited to see where Finland is, how the people are. I mean, besides from the country, the city Helsinki, it's quite a big city.
Yeah.
It's a quite famous city as well, and Finland has a good reputation also. Like, as for instance, a lot of cool rock bands came from Finland, like Him. We used to listen to Him growing up. That guy was Finnish.
Well, beautiful music.
Yeah. So no, I mean, it's gonna be great. It's gonna be very interesting. Apollo Live Club. Apollo Live Club, another crazy venue. Like, we've been so blessed to get a hold of a lot of these venues. A lot of you may be wondering, like, how do you guys get to rent these venues? And we're gonna actually share you how we get to rent these venues. So Daniel, why do you think people around Scandinavia they say, let's give these two guys a chance. Let's rent out our venues to them. Why do you think they make that decision?
Multiple factors. One, which is maybe the most important, is they see what we have done earlier. So you have to go to our webpage and say, okay, well, who are those guys? And they see it. You have made parties here, and there. And we have proof. We have the pictures with you guys. We have the videos with you guys partying together. So that's the number one. Then the number two, of course, and again, thanks to you guys, because nothing of this is possible without you that come to the party. But it's also our party. What makes it so cool is that it moves a lot of money. Like, not necessarily for us in that sense, but in totality for our community. Only from we have to pay the venue, so there goes money into the venue sells alcohol, we have suppliers of effects, suppliers of the stages, sound techs, bartenders, people sometimes want to buy something new clothes, you have to eat after the party, so you move the economically part in a city. So when a venue looks at what we have done and they say like, yeah, you can pack up with 1,000 people, you have a solid brand, this is professional, they say yes. It is. I think it is in a resume that we do our best to deliver a good show, not only for the guests but also for the venue.
Right.
Any inputs?
I mean, yeah, it's 8 years in the making. So we've done this for 8 years, and every like people are very welcome to rent the venues that me and my brother rent, but it's gonna be expensive. It's quite a risk because the venues are very, very expensive. So you have to also tolerate a huge amount of risk, especially if you don't have sponsors.
Yeah.
So the thing is that you have to be confident that you're gonna at least pack up with 500 to 700 people. And well, since we've done this over 8 years, we are now confident, especially since we started in like the most difficult market, which is Kristiansand. And I believe also Denmark and Sweden is a little bit more open to Latin music, maybe. I don't know, in that sense, maybe I'm
We're
wrong.
gonna test it.
But we're gonna test it. I know there's more Latinos in Sweden and Denmark. That I know. I know the Latin community is bigger. If they have events like us, I don't know. I think personally some of the Latin parties around the region, they lack a little bit of professionalism, if I can say it like that. Like, if I can just be blunt honest, like, people need to work on their branding, man, because we are representing our culture. We are representing Latin music, Latin culture, and we want to do it in the best way possible. I mean, we're here in Scandinavia. This is not our country. This is not like, it's our country because we're in a region, but like we're not born here. We're gonna show them our Latin culture. So for me and Daniel, it's very important to do this in a very good and quality way, because we want quality for the Latin people that come to the party, and we want quality for the Scandinavian people, international people that come to the party. So yeah, it's very important that we deliver a good, solid, professional product all around Scandinavia, because we are representing a culture, and we want people to leave Harpa and big stage and Apollo thinking like, wow, this Latin night was amazing.
And when people stay after the show and they ask you for one more song, that for me is like the party was amazing.
Yeah, so we want to like give Latin a new reputation in the Nordics. I think that's what we're trying to do. We want to like give we want to do what the J Balvin did.
I agree, but I think also we're in the mission of redefining the nightlife in the Nordics, not just showcasing the Latin, because we're fusionating, as you say, you see our audience. It's not just that the Latin people coming now, they're gonna feel special because they're Latinos.
Oh, it's not talking about the people, it's talking about the music, the culture.
Of course, we're gonna redefine a good part in the Nordics, showcasing.
Like, let me put it to you this way: when people think of a Latin party, it's gonna be like, okay, they think of something special, not just like a regular club night on a Saturday, you know?
Claro.
That's why we want to give another perspective of the Latin. But I get what you're saying. Redefining nightlife, I don't know, because we're not going to do it in clubs.
No, but I think like thinking long term, like we have to think years ahead in time. one of the things is when people are gonna go to a party in the future, so it's gonna be like today, Paris Latino is not making a party. But goddamn, I love how they make the parties, and we can influence to make. So the thing is that when you throw a party, the most important thing is the people that come to the party. You must always be conscious of delivering a good show, not just thinking I'm gonna book a random DJ just because he's known. I'm gonna just book this band. It's like in my audience, in my city, how can I deliver a good party? Because you have these two guys that are always constantly thinking about the audience and their party. So we're gonna influence not necessarily the people that come to the party, but the other organizers that are making a party to do a good party for the audience. I don't know if that makes sense.
I guess so. I mean, we wanna
But
like.
it's the truth.
It's not like bashing anybody.
I'm not
We're
bashing
not
nobody.
bashing anybody.
I'm dreaming.
But we want to like encourage people to, if you're doing Latin concepts around Scandinavia, we encourage you to do it professionally. We encourage you to think that you are giving Latin music a reputation. And sadly, Latin music, Latin concepts does not have the best reputation. That's also one of the things when we try to sell us in like, yeah, we're this Latin concept. If you're from a Scandinavian venue, you like Latin concept, okay, there's nothing like a reference of Latin concerts or party. They think of salsa parties, you know, they don't generate a lot of revenue because they only drink water.
Yeah.
So nobody's gonna like takes you that seriously in the beginning. You say it's a reggaeton party, people think, oh, it's gonna be like criminals or like bad people. So it's a fact that it's a tricky situation to sell this Latin experience in the professional way that we do to people that don't know us. I mean, in Norway, people know how we do the party, but I mean the dialogue with the other countries, as you said, if we didn't have the website, we didn't have the pictures, if we didn't have like the 8 years of working to build something special, it's very difficult for somebody to say, okay, throw a Latin party at Harpa, because they have never had a Latin party before there. And that's the
It's
reason
true.
why.
There is some social proof there, of course.
Yes, so that's that we encourage basically everybody to just do a good product. So like together in Scandinavia, Latin parties can like scale up, be like I don't know if I'm expressing myself correctly.
No, I think you're expressing yourself very, very, very nice, very correctly. I would dare to go a little bit broader and say it doesn't have just to be for the Latin parties. I was like, are you gonna make a Arab party? Are you gonna make a Afro party? Are you gonna make an Asian like K-pop party in Norway? Goes for the
East
same.
European party.
East European parties. Always think
Yeah.
brand, and when you think about brand building, you have to think like website. It has to match what your image is on Instagram. Your product has supposed to be good. Everything you have to think of everything. Like try to give the best product you can. That's what you have to do. And
Digital and present.
exactly in both sense. And always remember this part here. I think is crucial. And that's why maybe they said yes, come to Harpa. Is because we have since day one aimed for the infinite game. Is like this is not about making money. This is about something bigger than ourselves. It's about taking this movement on reggaeton and we know the beautiful thing about this music and how we party to it, moving that theme into Norway.
Yeah.
And creating the party it cost. So, but we have received in the back side, we have received the reputation of we make great parties and we move a lot of people, so we can
definitely
make the parties in those places. But it has cost us a price.
It has caused a surprise, and I think we're gonna be like also the major company that's gonna bring in the Latin and reggaeton artists to Norway, because I also think there's a part there that could be done better. Because since we now know how this game works, we can see who's doing it right and who is doing it poorly.
Yes.
And like when you're bringing an artist and you got 6 months to sell, I think most people do a terrible job. Unless if you have like if you have a secure market like Spain, where you throw a name like Ryan Castro or Mora, you get a lot of people because the name are popular. But if you're gonna like bring a Latin artist to Scandinavia, I noticed Fade recently was in Stockholm.
Yeah.
I cannot speak to how they market. I think that went very well. So congrats to the people that organized that. But there's like there's not been a lot of Latin artists coming to Norway the last 15 years. Daddy Yankee was here in 2012. Don Omar, I think, was maybe
No.
sometimes. I don't know.
Maluma's been
And
here
Maluma
twice.
and J Balvin. No, Maluma once, J Balvin once.
I think Maluma's been here twice,
No, he
bro.
was only playing once.
I think it was twice.
Maybe.
But you have J Balvin once.
Maybe twice. Yeah, because
And you had this one.
Maluma did Telenor Arena, J Balvin did also Telenor Arena or Oslo Spectrum. I don't
Then
know.
they're talking about the most
Right, they're
famous.
global.
They're
I mean,
global.
you
Like
could-
if you don't sell those two artists, then you
Right.
suck.
Then
literally.
you do suck. But
And
like,
then
if
again,
you're gonna bring, let's say, a Puerto Rican artist like this girl De La Rose, let's say De La Rose. How do you sell De La Rose here in Norway, or like another medium artist? So we also like we want to become that company that in the future do not like just give you like the big headliners, but like also give you the talent that we think is up and coming. That could be like
bro.
worth to showcasing in Scandinavia, like.
I mean, I would love to showcase John Briel here.
John Briel, yeah, that's
Yeah,
true.
I think he's gonna take. I think he's gonna take the what he's doing is amazing.
Yeah, John Briel, the FSTM. And a lot of people write to us because there's a lot of people that know Paris Latino and they write to us like, hey, can we bring an artist and everything? But you know, we gotta be careful also who we do business with because you know, you never know who to trust. So it's important too.
I want to say something openly. I don't know if we're gonna put this part here, but if you are ever a DJ or somebody that wants to work with us in the future, I would appreciate that you are honest with us when you write to us because I had this example the other day that it was like we should do something together. I want to help you guys. I want to like I don't know where this got caught, but I was saying something about I had this experience with one DJ or producer, I think that was we should do something together. I want to help you guys do what you guys are doing, stuff like that. I was listening and listening. I was like, nice, but are you seeking to play at the party? Are you seeking to help the party? Are you seeking to promote the party? And then I had to go to the party honestly, like, hey, what are you thinking? And then of course is I want to play. But this is part of like how you connect to us.
But I mean, how would you approach Paris Latino if you were a DJ that wants to play there from France?
Like literally, I will be honest. Like, so I was speaking with Dad this on the way home from Bergen, and we were touching this topic. In this, you have to see who is gaining what from whom. You have to be honest on that part. And you have to look at yourself in the mirror and say, I am right now gaining something by playing there, or I am gaining something by this booking here.
Right.
Well, so in that sense, it's like, guys, I would really like to come to Norway to expand my portfolio because I want to be a big DJ. How can we do this? Do you have a package? Do you have a special deal for artists that you bring in from here? Something like that, but honest and direct. When you come with
then at the end, plus I like your part, but yeah, start with why.
Because that's like the thing that gets me like in my brain is, why aren't you just not being direct and say what you mean?
Because not everybody's good at selling.
Yeah, but God, how do they get the other bookings then?
Apparently they don't.
Yeah.
Like I think this is gonna be something that we're gonna experience the whole lot. Not everybody is professional in the way they write.
Yeah,
Maybe
that's
because
true.
we've been working in different type of jobs before, so we have like some of this. Let's be honest, in the urban space, it's not like a formality writing emails when you like talk to, let's say, a B2B company. If you work in an energetic company, you're gonna do a B2B sales with another energetic company. You write more politely. Maybe you're more structured. But I think in the party space, in the nightclub space, I think there's a lot of people that are just like, oh yeah, what's up? Hey yo, we should do something. And that's what I think like that the industry lacks. The industry lacks across Europe and across Scandinavia about people that are in their Latin reggaeton booking space. They're very nonchalant. They're like they don't take it, they don't approach it like from a, like you said, a little bit of like structured way. Some do, of course.
Of course,
Not
yeah,
everybody.
yeah. I've seen
Not
some.
everybody. And I get also some WhatsApp messages that are like, bro, what are you thinking? He's like, hey, what's up? Hey, how can I help you with? I have an artist.
Well, you know which one I get the most?
What?
We should do something.
Yeah, exactly. You said it in the last interview also. Yeah, we should do something is one of the most use, but it's like people just writing like cold. Like if I want to play in a party in Germany, I'm not gonna go right to the venue like, hey, yeah, I want to play. Do you have, how do you book DJs? I'm like, bro, you're never gonna get booked that way. So basically, this part is like, if you're a DJ and you want to get gigs, not only in Paris Latino, but anywhere, start with why. Don't do the fluffy bullshit. We love your party. You love our party because it's successful. You don't love the party when it started. So you don't know anything about the party actually. You just saw a couple of Instagram posts and you think it's cool. Like he said, you're benefiting from it. Your pictures on the party. I played in Norway, Scandinavia. Big win for me. So he said, address like, hey, I'm interested in playing at the party. Very interesting. How do you guys work? How do you guys work with DJs from afar? Like, I'm flexible with the budget. I'm flexible with this. Plus, I really enjoy what you guys are doing for Latin music. Let me know if this helps. A structured, straight to the point, not kiss assing so much. Like, I think it's a good approach if you're a DJ artist, if you want to get booked, like just because we take all these messages, so we just want to give you value. I mean, take
No
this.
joke. Like for real, when you write to the Paris Latino people, you're talking to him or to me. That this is so simple.
And we talked to a lot of people. The last 8 years, we've talked to a lot of people. We've seen all the approaches by this time now.
What I would like say from the bottom of my heart is, if you could just convey sometimes, for you that feels this truly in your heart, and you're a DJ or a performer or an artist, and because I genuinely believe that there are those DJs and there are those persons and artists outside in Europe and in Norway. I believe it, that you burn for the audience, for giving them a good show, for, or you either love the culture of reggaeton and stuff like that. Try to convey that, because that is the most important thing. The last thing that I've learned is, you will burn a bridge. I have in my life burned bridges with people. Not a good idea. I'm not benefiting from burned bridges in my past. But if you say to us like, oh, I like this and I like reggaeton and I would like come to your party, and you lie, and in the party you play 50% reggaeton and 50% something else, and we have explicitly said like 70-80% has to be this rhythm, and you don't follow this because you actually don't care about the audience, because we have explained that the audience in Paris Latino coming to listen to reggaeton because it's very rare, you're gonna burn a bridge with Paris Latino. You will not be booked again.